Trust me on this. It is really important for you to stay away from people you don't like for your personal growth. Hi, people. I hope all of you are doing really fine. This is me, Piyushka, and this is not a neat video, you guys. This is a different kind of video, which you might have known from the thumbnail or the title. You know why I'm shooting this type of video amidst this neat everything? Okay, so what's all this about? I'll tell you. This is about removing or getting rid of those toxic or the people you don't like to be with. Look, you are a person in yourself, right? You might not like someone else, and you might really like someone, and that person might not like you back, right? In general terms, I'm telling you this, okay? When you have a particular person you are comfortable around with, but that person doesn't seem to give you that kind of importance, you feel neglected, you feel bad. Okay, that's understandable. All right. But expecting something out of someone to like कि नहीं ये बंदा मुझे कुछ करेगा या फिर मुझे इंपॉर्टेंस देगा या मुझे उतना समझेगा जितना मैं उस बंदे या बंदी को समझता हूँ या समझती हूँ, that is not the right thing. Okay, I mean I've got to know this, okay, by seeing so many people around me that expect मत करो. ठीक है, तुम्हें जो अच्छा लगता है तुम करो. You do what you want, you do what you like, but don't expect anything from others. Now look, तो होता है कि बेसिक सी चीज है, वी हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ रिलेशनशिप, वी हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ बॉन्ड, तो वो चीज मुझे वापस मिलनी चाहिए. बट जब कोई भी ऐसी बेसिक चीज भी यू डोंट गेट, दैट विल हर्ट यू, nothing else. So, protecting yourself from surroundings, from people, becomes really important. And we all learn by experiences or looking at someone who's going through the same kind of thing, right? Well, let's talk about the toxic people first, because if I go on talking overall things, this video will never end. Okay, so now look, what used to happen was that I was with a bunch of people. I was surrounded by a bunch of people who were who thought they were self-sufficient, who used to love themselves extremely too much, and that there was a group. We have these kind of groups. Whether you go to work, whether you go to schools, whether you go to some coaching, or even in family, there are groups. Okay, so there was this kind of group. Okay, and they say कि you should be united, you should be living with people around you with unity. I really believed in all of that stuff. And I was like, नहीं यार छोड़ो, अब जो ये कर रहे हैं करने दो इनको. I should be nice, I should go and talk to them. Every time I've been to them, खुद से I have felt my dignity getting unstable. I have not liked going near them even one bit for even once. Because look, I don't say it's their fault. I do not say that. But I have always been like कि मुझे साथ में रहना है, मुझे अच्छे से एक साथ मिलजुल के रहना है. But personally, I'm also not that kind of girl कि सबके साथ रह के जिसको बहुत खुशी मिलती है. I'm not. It's just a superficial thing कि unity से खुशी होती है. It is true. What I want to say is that it is true. लेकिन वैसे लोग भी होने चाहिए, ठीक है? Different people have different personalities, and that depends, and that is where these things come into being. कि तुम्हें कोई बंदा अच्छा लग सकता है, तुम्हें कोई बंदी अच्छी लग सकती है, नहीं भी लग सकती है, नहीं भी लग सकता. Right, so I was around these people. I did not like going to them, but I tried that for about 1.5 year. The last 6 months, I did not approach them. I had one or two or three or four people around me who used to come to me by themselves, Piyushka this, Piyushka that, and I was like, yeah, okay, that, yeah, that, this. I was stable. Well, obviously, I didn't have extremely close relationships with them, but I was stable. I did not had this thing going on. नहीं यार मुझे साथ रहना है, नहीं यार मुझे बात करनी पड़ेगी, नहीं यार this, नहीं यार that. Not care about that. It was just they're coming to me, I'm replying to them, I'm talking to them. We have something that we share, but that was it. Okay? But I remember the time when I was trying to pursue this group. I always used to come home and tell my mom, "Mummy, यार आज पता है ये हुआ." I tried to. My mom was always like, देख एक बार बोल के देख, नहीं बोलना तो छोड़ते हो उनको, ठीक है? My mom has always been with me for these things. ठीक है? Whenever I want to, talk to her or anyone about things like कैसे communicate करूँ, कैसे बात करूँ, कैसे क्या करूँ. My mom knows everything. मैं किससे कितना कैसे बात करती हूँ. And I tell her everything because that's the person I'm most comfortable with, and that's the person who gives me solutions as well. Because I am personally not a person from whom you can expect कि ये बंदी अच्छे से communicate करे. Okay? So that was what used to happen. एंड फिर मैं सोचती नहीं यार, ये है वो है, साथ रहना चाहिए, but that didn't turned out really well, ठीक है, because one, those people didn't wanted to include someone else in their group. This was for sure, and I don't hate them. I just didn't like the atmosphere that I was surrounded with of those people. Not that they wanted me in, but they were in front of me, so I could see them. I could see them enjoying. I could see them doing everything, and I was not doing that. But apparently, when I started getting towards them, that irked me even more. Okay, all I want to say, okay, I'll tell you how I got over with all that. School ended. This is about school, you guys. I don't think I should have said that. But anyway, are you gonna watch it? I don't think so. I hope they don't. But yeah, school got over. I transferred 2,000 kilometers away. And I, touch wood, am very happy right now. I, अगर मेरे को कम marks भी आ रहे हैं, I'm not really, you know, into that phase ki depressed हुई है वो, but being around those people has been not really good. And you know what, I'll suggest you one thing, that if you can't go 2,000 kilometers away from them, just stay away from them. Don't talk to them, don't look at them, indulge into your own growth, indulge into your own stuff, all right? Yeah. And it's really important. Trust me on this. It is really important for you to stay away from people you don't like for your personal growth. It is important. नहीं तो you will always be thinking about them and your mental mind will not be at ease. You will constantly think about stuff that is not necessary. All right. So please stay away from people you don't like. And you absolutely know that, okay, I don't like this person, or probably you think that this is a great group, I should be with them. But if they're not including you, just stay away. If you're happy alone, you should be happy alone. You shouldn't need anyone else. And I become that something of that kind. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. That I'm not anymore needing anyone. I can be happy with myself. I can grow. And yeah, that was it. A pretty long video, but I had to make this one because I am, मतलब ये चीज मेरे दिमाग में काफी time से थी. I'll make something on this. Probably I'll make more of these kind of videos, because I'm slowly learning things. Okay, I'm slowly learning things, and I try to implement them in my life, and I also want you to learn from it. I would be extremely happy even if one person watches this completely and gets benefit from it. And at the end, moral of the story, please stay away from those people who you don't like, or who give you negative vibes, or who suppress your growth, or just you're not happy around them. Just don't be with them. And with that, you guys, actually, let me know if you want to know about me. I didn't say a word about me, I guess so, but it's going pretty okay. Don't worry. And don't even think कि मैंने अपने से hopes छोड़ दिया, and इसलिए मैंने videos daily upload करना बंद कर दिया. It's not that. But I just think कि मेरा main aim actually ये था videos डालने का, कि कोई मेरे लिए accountable रहे. But since नीट इतने पास आ गया, तो मैं खुद थोड़ी सी अकाउंटेबल हो गई हूँ. सो आई थॉट इट वाज़न्ट रियली नेसेसरी, एंड rather no one even cares if I post or no. That's it for this video, you people. I'll catch you all in the next one. I will make a video soon, because पूरा मतलब काफी टाइम पढ़ के मेरा ब्रेन एकदम ऐसे ब्रेन रॉट जैसा हो जाता है. So I do need to clear it. But why am I fumbling so much? I don't get that. But anyway, and this kind of thing, sitting down, talking to you guys, or speaking in front of the camera, really helps my mind. That's why I do that, and that's why I love doing that, and that's why I'm doing that. And you to do things that you like. Not always. If you like playing games, you can't 24 hours play games. Padhai karo, do that, and stay happy. Most importantly, stay happy. Keep studying. NEET is approaching. बहुत सारा पढ़ना है. चलो अब जाती हूँ. मेरे को भी रिविजन्स करनी है. Bye. Take care. And remember, you have a friend. I am your friend. You have a friend sitting right here. You need anything, let me know. Full emotional support. If you need anything of that kind, let me know. I'm there. Bye. See y'all.